Oh, hello, I'm Rob White, and welcome to yet another episode of Who the F is Rob White? Today, my guest on the show is Mr. Pat Dunn. Pat, say hello to the fellas and folks at home.
Hey, ladies and gents, how are we?
You're doing some tattoos on you today, or doing a tattoo on you today.
Nice, dude.
It's a kind of a tribute piece to a comic friend of ours, right, Mr. James Raniola, and I guess I don't know if you want to tell how this joke came about, where we're tattooing a seal on you.
Yeah.
So
I feel like this will be a tattoo that does require explaining, which is always like, okay.
You know, I feel like it's always a story, but I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
At least this is another comic, and it's a joke. It kind of works around it. So what happened?
So before I did comedy, so I've been doing comedy for like 3 years now, I guess, kind of, sort of, off and on. Before that, I'd be the guy drinking at the same bar, sitting on the same bar stool, telling the same joke over and over. So my classic go-to bar joke goes as follows. Penguin's driving his car, gets stuck, his car breaks down, so he takes it to the mechanic. The mechanic says, all right, be about an hour. Why don't you go across the street to the 7-Eleven, get a refreshment, it'll be about an hour. Penguin goes over, sees a 7-Eleven, sees a bunch of vanilla ice cream. I don't know if you know this, Rob. No. Penguins love vanilla ice cream. Oh, this penguin, he's eating it like a pig, gets it all over his face. The penguin goes back to the mechanic after an hour and he says, all right, so what's the problem? And the mechanic said, well, it looks like you blew a seal. And the penguin says, nope, it's just vanilla ice cream. That's the normal joke. So I'm a big drinker. I like to drink. So I'm telling this joke once, and I'm like, all right, so there's this seal, and the seal's driving, and the seal does this, and the seal does that, and the seal gets there, and the mechanic's like, well, it looks like you blew. Wait, hold on. It's not a seal. It's a penguin. So there's a penguin, and the penguin's driving.
You just started again.
So I just rewound, and I never made him laugh that hard in my life, and this was like 7-8 years ago before either of us really did comedy. So I was like,
you should have got a tattoo of seal.
I should have.
Like, no, the actual guy seal, and then wrote "kissed by a rose" on top of it. That'd be adorable.
Wow, Pat and James were really close.
Yeah, guys were pretty homotastic, I would say. Yeah.
Good God.
Wow. Yeah. And unfortunately, the sad part of the story, James did pass away.
Wait, what?
What? Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
That's not right. You make jokes about a dead comedian.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Good kid.
Well, that's the weirdest intro. Like, yeah, then. Well, now tattoos.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing a seal. Okay. All right, folks. Off we go. A little line here. And welcome you into this. You ready?
I'm ready, brother.
Okay, we're off and going.
I'm also going to turn bright red, so...
I have news for you. You kind of already are bright red.
Already are. So they can't really tell.
It's not like you were a different color when you walked in. You're like very aggressively... Like, you're so white... that like almost see-through,
Yeah. If I wanted to do heroin, I could probably be really good at heroin. Because I could see all of my veins in me. All of my varicose veins. I could shoot up in any one of them.
I feel like that's like, you've literally found the silver lining to doing heroin.
Yeah.
Which is always good,
How did you start, sir? Severe depression. And what about you there? I could see them.
See him, I figured, I bet if we'll put something in him.
Yeah.
It was like one of those weird, like, you ever see like those fish that you can see through, you can see like his heart pumping and shit, and you're like, oh, that's weird. I feel like I can see your heart pumping right now.
You probably can.
Ah, yeah.
Oh.
The joy of tattoos.
So I have tattoos in every part of my body. Every part.
What about your taint?
That especially.
You have your taint tattoo?
Yeah.
Tattoo on your taint?
I did get a tribute to James before, so I have his initials on my taint, so...
That would be sweet.
Eek.
But that was when you guys were together still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back when we were closeted and nobody knew.
Nobody knew. Everybody kind of knew.
There were some inklings there.
There were some stories going around town.
Yeah, Jesus. Well, it is Pride Month, so what are you going to do?
It is Pride Month, right?
Yeah.
By the time this thing comes out, though, it'll probably be... It'll be like Black History Month or something.
James was black. He was a black guy.
He was a black guy. I don't know that he was black. And
August.
August is what?
August is when this will be out.
Nice.
August is when this is going to be out? Oh, okay. Well, It'll be right after the 4th of July.
Nice. So we could just like kind of guess what's in the news in August.
Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen in August? Actually, that's a good one.
What celebrity will die by then?
Oh my God, let's guess.
Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose.
Yeah.
Doesn't even count as a celebrity.
I guess a pseudo celebrity.
Pseudo celebrity. I'm gonna go Clint Eastwood.
Oh wow, he's still alive.
Right? Yeah, he is still alive, right? Clint Eastwood's gonna be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird way to start this off, you know.
That is.
Maybe James can give us a sign from the grave. Our old buddy there can be like, you know, guys, we have the list up here. I wonder if they have a list.
They have a list up there, not down there though.
No. Oh. Ooh, so you think he's in hell? Is that what you're thinking?
Nah, I would go purgatory. He's a purgatory type fella.
Purgatory. That's a.
No, his family might watch us. He's up there in heaven. He was a nice Catholic boy.
They let everybody in heaven, you know.
Yeah.
They kind of do.
It's really not like they give you a members only type jacket.
Ointment in your beard, like.
Ooh.
Which I know it's usually
news
for
for you,
Friday nights, but
Yeah, it is for you. That's not ointment.
around here, there's a little dollop of load. It's actually it's a Stunt Cum, which is our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Stunt Cum, which is a new product that doesn't exist. I keep pushing for it to exist though, because.
Well, we'll make our own.
Yeah.
I brought some. Well, we have PBR, and we'll probably have some celery in the fridge.
Celery.
Oh yeah, celery makes a little bit more of it.
That's how you do. That's what it is. That's the trick to the making.
In my experience, yeah.
What did you look it up on? What do you find it on like Lycos or like Dogpile? You're like, what do you
I
make?
think it was on a Boy Scout trip.
Boy Scout trip.
Master Stevens kept eating celery. Guy loved his ants on a log. Couldn't stop him.
Ants on a log.
Yeah.
What is that what they call them in Boy Scouts? Master?
That seems right. It's been a few years.
It's gotta be like Scoutmaster though. You can't just say like Master. Like, I feel like remember they were trying to get rid of Master for a while. That word, because they were like that goes right back to slavery. And I was like, not everything goes back to slavery.
Yeah. And my confirmation name was Kunta Kinte. So.
What's it?
Toby. We'll go with Toby.
Oh, Toby. Yeah. Saint Tobias
Yeah.
was the patron saint of loose stool, I think, right? Saint Tobias.
That saint was a never nude. Arrested Development? Okay. Alright.
What?
You never seen that show?
I did, but I didn't catch the reference. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's my first time.
Who was that? David Cross?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
David Duchovny?
The X-Man.
The X-Men.
No, the X-Files.
The X-Files. Yeah, X-Men and X-Files are fucking way different.
A little bit.
Just a little bit different. You like your comic book movies?
Been watching Deadpool again. Other than that, I'm not a big like comic book guy.
No, I think it's kind of like frustrating. I feel like it's just all this kind of, you know, comic book bullshit, and all of a sudden they're trying to make it like cool. I'm like, it's not supposed to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like one of those things that it's supposed to be cool for the people that are into comic books and into all that shit, but for the rest of us, we're supposed to hate on it, you know?
Yeah.
Like all the nerd shit just suddenly became so way cool that we're like not allowed to hate on it anymore. You remember like computers, computers. Now everybody's they're just surfing the web and shit.
Yeah. Back in the day, if you're like a computer nerd, you're playing like computer games. But now, literally every kid has playing the Call of Duties and the other games on there.
It was never like that.
Back in my day, we had Cubert.
Yeah, remember Cubert? You were just jumping up a pile of blocks or whatever the hell it was. That was it. It was the best you could get.
That was it, and they made him orange. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
As an orange kid, like Cubert was kind of my guy.
Yeah, oh yeah, so that was like you didn't have a lot of role models.
No, we didn't. I had like Conan O'Brien and then Cubert.
That was pretty much all it was. That's weird.
Yeah.
Do you guys think of yourselves as a minority?
We're less than 1%ers.
I mean, it's weird. Like you are, like I've had this, doing this podcast now, we're up to like 15 guests or so, and I've had like gay and straight and lesbians. You know, you're the first ginger I've had on here.
Ooh.
Yeah, It's weird, right?
And I cover all the other 3 boxes.
You
So.
do, well, you cover in box. So, you know what? I haven't had any black people on though, and then people say that it's because I'm racist, and it's not, because I feel like black people just don't like. I don't know. I don't have any like black comics who want to get tattooed. It's like only like 3 of them that we have on the island. You know.
Well, I'll put in a good word for you with Devin.
Yeah, I know. It's like Devin, Noel, or Keith, and that's it.
Yeah.
So if there's any black comics that want on the show, like I'd like to help out. This is happening on Juneteenth right now too. It would help my street cred to have people that weren't just like aggressively white on the show all the time. You know what I mean? You're so white, like you're on fire. You know what I mean? Like bet you, like that would be like your secret super Marvel power. You just go to the cross burning and you just touch the cross and it just bursts into flames.
It's from the reverse Disney.
Yeah.
Where's Crosslighter at, guys? Where's Crosslighter? Oh, here he is.
I like that superhero name.
Crosslighter.
Crosslighter.
It does sound like a good bad supervillain.
Yeah. What side is he on?
Well, I feel like he'd be a good superhero in like the 1930s, but then somewhere in like 1955, you're like, say then Crosslighter comes in and he takes care of all that, and you're like, no, you can't do that anymore.
That's why they made Captain America. They had to make it less like racist.
Yeah.
Crosslighter was the hottest selling comic, I believe, in 1928.
Well, I mean, the comic books did have a good history of trying to get rid of racism. Like, one thing that's absolutely true and weird is that one way they got rid of the popularity of the Klan was to have Superman fight the Klan.
Ooh.
Yeah. Prior to that, like kids were just like, they loved it, you know.
Yeah.
Because prior to that, I mean, like they were like super cool ghosts, you know what I mean, with like they had horses and stuff, and you know they were like, oh man, this Klan's so cool, and then Superman was like, nah.
I mean, it's gonna be besides like the racism, the Klan on paper, you know, horses, a cool outfit, kinda.
Yeah, I mean they had like a sweet like spiky hat. Like,
Yeah.
No one else had a hat like that.
You
know
hang
what I mean?
around.
No one else was doing that.
You're
hat.
drinking beers with the bros,
Right?
like,
What are you doing?
Dude,
You're
not
on the
bad.
field. It's Friday night.
Yeah.
You're down in Mississippi. What are you doing? just gonna throw a couple of you know. Re-envisioning the Klan. I mean, you know, it could have been all right. They could have just, you know.
like
And
we
they
could.
go after all the people, you know.
If we had a time machine, you go back and be like, guys, that's not okay, but like.
Right, because I mean,
You know.
but the Klan hated a lot of people, though. The Klan hated the of course the African American population and the Jews, and but they also didn't like the Italians.
Yeah. All right.
But if the Klan
Oh
only
man, if we could go back and change their opinion and be like,
right
these
like,
first 2 are okay, but that third one.
like you just go after I'd say just go after Italians.
Yeah, exactly. Go after
Just
these.
be like so like, if it was just the Klan was just an anti-Italian organization,
God.
they'd be like it'd be amazing, right?
At this part, Long Island would still be farmland.
It would still be okay.
Nobody
It'd
would
be all right.
living here.
I mean, like they'd just go in and you know they'd just be outside protesting Anthony Rodia shows and stuff like. Hey, the fucking Klan's out there again. You know you can't please everyone. What are you gonna do, gabagool? My new favorite thing is just to give shit to the overly done Italian comedic nature of Long Island. You know.
A lot of it.
And it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like overly done, like, you know.
But like, I wonder how that translates to like Wisconsin.
It can't.
No, it couldn't.
It can't. Like I can't see Sebastian Maniscalco being like big in like Kenosha. You're like, oh golly gosh, we're gonna go see that Sebastian tonight. Here, I heard he's talking about his Maz lasagna and such. Like they don't care. They don't care. But like, you know, every other major city. They just can't. Like they're still eating like kielbasa up there or whatever it is.
Oh. Maybe I think he could make it work. Just change a little bit here and there.
Yeah, maybe.
My mother-in-law likes sweet sausage. Boo. Me, I'm a kielbasa man.
Like I can't do
Yay.
a Sebastian, but you know,
Oh,
yeah.
I can't do impressions at
He'd be
all.
like, you know, what are we doing with the pierogies over here, and then whatever. I don't know how he does it. And my cookware cover fell off. Well, I'll fix that. pierogies or whatever it is that they eat. I don't know. I don't know what they eat in Wisconsin.
I think just cheese.
Just cheese, just a mayonnaise sandwich.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any more mayonnaise for my dough sandwich? It's just like a potato bread mayonnaise sandwich.
A little Lincoln log.
Just a Lincoln log and a hot dog bun. Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Want to hear another bar joke?
I was gonna say, you were talking about street jokes earlier, so
Yeah.
what is your...
I'll give you like good street jokes, not ones you can see on stage at a local comedy club.
But then I was gonna say, yeah.
I know this joke, it's just worded a little differently.
There's a few comics that somehow have snuck in street jokes, and this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Jackie Martling started
yeah. I got
that trend.
I got some of his books. It's all like, dirty jokes, but
that's a lot of his stuff.
Yes.
But also it's a lot of stuff that he collected over the years too.
yeah, that's true.
Which is weird, the idea of collecting a joke. I feel like, didn't Carlos Mencia get in trouble for collecting jokes?
He did.
That's sort of like, so I don't know. But we're getting off track. We go to this tale. Now you're telling a old what do you call it? Street joke, bar joke.
Yeah, another street joke, bar joke.
All right, something the kids can take home with them and use as the water cooler.
Yeah, yeah. So man walks into a bar, sits down. Bartender says, "What will it be there, fella?" Guy says, "I'll get a beer." After 20 minutes, the bartender then opens up a box, and out of the box comes a monkey. All right. Guy's like, "Hey, what's with that monkey?" He's like, "Hey, you want to see a cool trick?" Guy's like, "Of course." So the bartender grabs a baseball bat, hits the monkey in the head as hard as he can. Monkey then pulls down the bartender's pants and begins to perform fellatio on the fella.
Nice.
After about 30 minutes now, the guy sitting at the bar is like, "What was with that monkey?" He's like, "Pretty cool, huh? Do you want to give it a try?" Guy's like, "Yeah, just don't hit me in the head as hard with the bat."
Nah. Silly. I like a couple of those kind of jokes. I had one that I just did at a nursing home. It was told to me as an actual real story, but I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not a real story because it's too much of this bar joke kind of joke. But I did it at a nursing home because the people were 104 years old. So there's this guy, and he's in the military, and he gets his check every week, every month, and the check is not coming to him for some reason. And he goes down, he talks to him, he goes, "Well, we don't have you on file," and he puts himself in and writes his name, and then the next week he doesn't get his check, and he goes, "What's up with this?" And again, "Why am I not getting my check?" And they're like, "Well, because you didn't put your full name. You put down your initials. You said your name was B.J. Jones," and he goes, "No, like that's not initials. That's my real name. My real name is B.J. Jones. Like my parents weren't creative. It doesn't stand for anything. It's just those are the initials." So he writes it, and the next week he doesn't get his check. He goes down, he complains again. My name is B.J. Jones." "Well, you didn't use your full name." So he writes out the form again, and he writes, "My name is B only, J only Jones." And then the next week comes, and he gets his check, and he's all excited. "Oh, I got my check." And he opens up, looks at it, and it's addressed to Bonely Jonely Jones. So stupid. I always, after I'm done doing like a street joke, I always feel like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Shouldn't murder myself.
Because it works when you're talking to the local, like three drunks there. When you're
Yeah.
Doing it on stage for an audience. Eek.
Yeah, it makes you like I don't know. I get it for a certain audience. Like the lady was 104 years old in the front row. She doesn't want to hear my wisecracks about going to the supermarket.
Yeah.
The supermarket. The last time she was in the supermarket, they had like a Down syndrome kid bagging the groceries. Still, you know what I mean? They were still using people that of questionable mental ability to do jobs in the supermarkets. You remember that? It's Johnny the cart boy. Go get it. Johnny's a goddamn waterhead. Like that's. So she doesn't want to hear about my supermarket rant. She wants to hear about Bonely Jonely Jones.
Waiting online at the bank. Things old people can relate to.
Yeah.
The weather.
They love the weather.
Love the weather, man.
They love how much things used to cost.
Yes.
That's their favorite. It's their favorite game. Remember how much this used to cost? always get bent out of shape about that. And I have to explain it to her that Dick Nixon wasn't in office anymore, you know. What are you going to do, Graham? I don't know.
The White House dog is no longer Checkers.
I'm going to write to Eisenhower. Well, you do that.
They'll get back to you one day.
I'm going to write to Tricky Dick Nixon. Find out what happened. Well, me too. What happened?
Oh, Nixon.
Dick Nixon. Those Nixon tapes are great. Have you ever listened to them?
Some of them. What was that? Watergate? Was that the...
Well, the Watergate tapes were... well, I think it was after Watergate. That's what everybody found out. No, these are the actual tapes that were in... So what Nixon did was he put a recorder in the Oval Office to record for posterity, because he was like that kind of guy. Like, they're going to want to know what I was saying in the office. But everything he was saying was just homophobic, insane rants about He's ranting about All in the Family on one of them. I got this guy. They call him Arch, and he's a goon. And then there's some half a fag on there. Like, it's his words, not mine. I would never say. I don't go halves.
I go full fag.
I go full. But he was saying it, and I was just like, wow. And he was saying all kinds of stuff about all the different ethnicities in the world, and they were on the show, and he didn't understand it. And I'm like, this is so crazy. And I wish we had other presidents and what they were saying, you know?
Yeah. I want Taft's opinion on the Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Ricans. Yeah, they probably had no idea what a Puerto Rican was. They probably like now we're just like, oh yeah, the guy at the bodega. I know that guy, you know. But they were just like, what's a Puerto Ricano?
Oh, Taft. Stuck in the bathtub. I wonder if that's a real story.
And he was supposedly like the fattest man on earth at the time or some shit, you know. President Taft is so fat.
220 pounds.
Yeah, no, I was like, he literally weighs exactly the same as like Fat J blows him out of the water as far as being a fit. Fat J came and found Taft. They would just make him president. Like, bro, I'm fucking president now, right?
Yeah.
Bro, look at you, you're a fucking thing. Smoke this shit right now and tell me I'm not president.
A lot of people think Obama was the first black president, but it was really Taft.
It was really Taft.
He just spoke like Fat J.
Imagine if all fat people just talked like with the black accent. That would be weird.
They can get away with it. Like, it's fine with that when it's like a 25-year-old who weighs like 110 pounds doing it. It's like, all right, enough of you.
Yeah, what? Okay, there's some logic to this craziness that you're saying right now.
You play Fortnite. I don't want to hear.
Because they're like a giant, fat white dude can get more gangster than a thin white dude.
That's true.
Or should I say even that the middle mark is where you can't be?
Yeah.
Like you can, if you were like an 80-pound, 6-foot tall dude who wore gangster shit, like you'd be okay. Or if you're like a 400-pound, 5-foot tall guy, gangster shit, you're all right. But if you're like
5'10", 220, racist. You can't do it.
You're gonna get shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta know your market. Know your audience.
That's weird. That's weird. So race has a size, I think, is what we learned from this. I don't know if that's even usable, but
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We'll figure it out one of these days.
How's this feeling?
Oh, it's fine, dude. Yeah, never had the chest tattooed, so I didn't know how it would hurt. Pretty good.
Yeah, they're not fun, but
no, it's much better than I thought.
fun when they're done.
Asked my two friends with chest tattoos. I'm like, no, it's fine. Just like your nipples are gonna hurt. I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting it on my nipple.
Do you feel it in your nip right now?
No, is it on the nip?
I don't even know if I can't find your nipple. To be honest with you, you're so like red that it just looks like there's nothing there. You're still like a Ken doll. There's no fucking nipples.
Looks like there's nothing there. That's what my wife says.
Yeah, you're married.
Kill me.
Right? So
engaged, but
I was gonna say like, didn't you do the whole thing? No. Well, you would know. I would.
No, did the engagement on New Year's Eve. So did our.
That's why I'm confusing myself.
Did the engagement party in May and then getting married next year. Gotta spread it out. A lot of my guy friends get married like over the last 3 years and watch them just like get engaged and then get married like in 6 months, and I'm like, now all of you have depression and heart problems, so.
Yeah, but that's from the vaccine.
That
right?
could be. Whoa.
Somewhere there's an edit button being pushed by Dr. Fauci. Like, no, you can't say that. You have heart conditions now?
Yeah, it happens.
From their marriage?
Guess it's stress, nagging.
Yeah.
You didn't see Al Bundy with any heart issues, I'll tell you that.
He was married though.
Yeah, but he didn't care.
That's true. He didn't. That was a weird show.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest. I couldn't understand that show when I was a kid, Married with Children, because like when I was growing up in that era of that, I was going through puberty, and Katie Seagal, Peg Bundy,
Oh yeah.
was a good-looking
yeah.
woman, and all I remember the whole show was based on. There's this guy Al who was like a grumpy shoe salesman who was like a dullard. And then he's got this wife at home who just wants to have sex with him, and he's like, I don't want to do that. And it was just like, well, I'm not sure what's going on here. Like, I don't understand. Like, is this how marriage works? Like, no, see, that's what it is in the future.
Is that why Dad's always in the garage?
Dad's like, oh, I get it, because it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing that she wants to have sex with him. I see. I couldn't understand that.
What a great show.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was very like pushing some boundaries. That's when sitcoms were trying to like still hold on to that old school boundary pushing of like, you know, the Jeffersons and All in the Family, and like let's do something that's wild that we're not supposed to say. It's Roseanne's another one, and then they just suddenly stopped and they were like, and Friends. Like what? Everyone's like, I love Friends.
Could never get into Friends. That was never my thing.
You know, or Seinfeld too is another one. Like, you don't like Seinfeld? How come? Like, I just watched the first episode of it the other day, and I was like, all right.
I mean, the
better.
pilot is awful.
It gets better. Like, I don't, you know. Like,
I'm from Massapequa, so by law I have to like Jerry Seinfeld, or they kill you. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Also, like, I kind of like Alec Baldwin. Like,
what?
He's a great actor.
Come on, though. He's kind of a toolbox, though.
Yeah, well, he's from Massapequa. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
so
but
comes with territory.
Is that what it is? Massapequa, just everyone's a piece of shit from that area? Like,
I think so.
I mean, but then you also had whatchamacallit from there too.
A few cool guys like
that guy, the Gilgo Beach killer.
Good guy.
Stewardman.
Rex Howard guy.
Rex Hooberstank was from there.
Yeah.
And this wasn't Brian Setzer and the Stray Cats. They were all from there too. And you guys have All American Burger out there.
Do.
And they filmed Born on the 4th of July there.
Yes, yeah.
Because you see the antique truck from the firehouse in the movie.
Ron something.
That was my firehouse.
Nice.
It was what?
That was my firehouse.
What do you mean?
Well, the firehouse that in Born on the 4th of July is based on is the firehouse that serviced my neighborhood.
Oh! I see what you're saying. I thought you lived in a firehouse for a minute.
I lived in the firehouse.
That's the firehouse that dropped me off on the doorstep.
That's what I was.
We don't need this one anymore. Ron Howard? Ron who?
No, it's something. Damn. Ron, someone with a K.
Ron Funches?
What, from Massapequa?
Yeah.
Ron
Killington.
Ron DMC?
Yes. Jam Master Ron, I believe was it.
Jam Master?
1960, different era. Yeah, the Joey Buttafuoco shooting the ex-wife. No, the wife.
Ron Kovic.
Ron Kovic. See?
Ron Kovic, what was he, a basketball player or something?
War veteran. He was was born on the 4th of July.
Oh, no. I thought he was the guy who, he invented bobbing for apples in the 1890s. He was the first guy to say, let's bob for these apples.
Kovac was an American hero. Not for the war stuff, but for the bobbing of apples.
Bobbing of apples, which is time-honored tradition out here.
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond's from Massapequa?
Yeah.
Really? The Jewish Elvis? Unbelievable.
He lived there. Two of my friends live in the house he lived in. Or I was there, and they're like, you see that piano? I said, yeah, that's Neil Diamond's piano. It's like, wow.
It's still there?
Yeah, it's in the basement. I don't know how it got in. How it even got in there. It's like gigantic.
That's insane. Long Island has a large history of having badass celebrities, and it's something I talk about a lot. Not just because of celebridom, but like for stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
Like we have the Brokerage Comedy Club from the Governor's Comedy crew there in Belmore, And it's only a couple of blocks away from the childhood home until he was 17 of Lenny Bruce.
Yes.
People are just like, wait, Lenny Bruce lived in Belmore? Like, yeah. In fact, I gotta sit down and talk to somebody at Governor's. Maybe I'll do a painting or something and see if they can put a picture of him in the store.
That'd be cool.
Because I just feel like it's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
I mean, Lenny Bruce is not a very funny comic nowadays.
It's more of a for the time.
But just pushing the envelope and being arrested for doing comedy, I feel like no one's getting arrested for doing comedy anymore. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Also to have your the photo of you dead like on the bathroom floor.
Yeah.
All over like everything like.
Oh yeah. I actually have his book over there, and it was the cover of the book. I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
You guys kidding me? Like, come on, have a little bit of something. Like,
Damn paparazzi. Maybe that's why Alec Baldwin goes crazy with the paparazzi. It's Lenny Bruce redemption.
maybe that's what it is. He's from the island, so he understands the way, and he's just not having it. Alec Baldwin.
Good guy.
Which is the one that was in Backdraft? Is that Stephen Baldwin? I was like him better.
Who else we got? We got Billy and we got Daniel.
Wait, Daniel? No, maybe Daniel's the one that was in Backdraft. One that's in Backdraft was like the most normal. He wasn't like, because Stephen Baldwin or Billy Baldwin. Billy Baldwin's the born again Christian stoner.
I think that's Steven.
Which is the one that was in Biodome. Remember that movie with Pauly Shore?
Yeah. And Half Baked. I think that's Steven.
Backdraft was Billy Baldwin.
Nice. Daniel's the one who's like in Sopranos for that Cleaver storyline.
Oh yeah.
Steven was the one in
Look at
Biodome.
that.
So I think Billy's the normal one.
I'll tell the story while there.
The Baldwins. You knew that Sopranos reference really good though, right there.
Gotta be.
Like you're a big Sopranos.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever see the movie State of Grace?
I have not.
Oh no. It's a random Irish mob movie, and I saw it the other night. It's got Sean Penn and Ed Harris.
Oh, sold.
Who's Sean Penn, Ed Harris? Who's the other guy that's really good in it? God, I can't remember his name.
Ed Harris, though, I'll watch that.
Ed Harris plays
Great
the one
actor.
Irish mob like boss.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's actually
Riley.
it's not bad, but it's so crazy because they have a sit down with the Italian mob in one scene, and it's the same Italian restaurant that they do a sit down in Sopranos. And I looked at it and I was like, I'm one of those people that will like constantly look at the background of movies, and I had to like, and my wife hates it because I'll pause the movie and be like, hold on, I have to do a Google search to find out where this was filmed. Like I'm one of those people that just finds crap in movies for no reason at all. I'll just pause a movie and be like, this was filmed in Ontario.
Yeah.
How do you know? It smells like Canada. I have to know if it's Canada.
I think that's a guy thing, where like you watching something like, wait, that background guy, I've seen him in something. I gotta look on IMDb for 20 minutes and be like, he's in a Kia commercial.
Yeah,
And it's never a good, there's no, it's never, the payoff is never there.
Nobody really cares, but you.
Yep.
You're like,
Sometimes you just gotta know. You're gonna drive you crazy.
you have to know. I swear to God, I saw that girl in a Clearasil commercial when I was like 15, and she hasn't aged well. Like what? Who cares?
Thank you.
The payoff is always.
Yeah. Well, at least I know if it ever comes up. You never know when you're on Jeopardy.
Yeah, this is true.
This actor was a background actor in this movie. Name doesn't matter.
You have to answer in the phrase of a question.
What is a Joe Winchell? He has some acting in him.
You have to use some Joe Winchell. Joe Winchell for $400. That's the whole entire category.
Oh, that could be
And
a...
they'd be like, who? And then people are just like, who the fuck is Joe Winchell? I'm like, yeah.
That'd be a good, actually, it wouldn't be good, but it would be fun. Thank you. Like a Long Island comedian Jeopardy.
Long Island comedian Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Long Island comedians. It's such a. But you know what? The thing is, we talk about Long Island comedy because we're on the Long Island comedy circuit out here, and we're in this little tiny environment. And to circle back to like Lenny Bruce and things like that, the more amazing top level comedians come from Long Island than almost anywhere else in the world. And the proof in that is if you made a Mount Rushmore of comedians, you're putting at least 3 to fucking all Long Island comics.
Yeah.
People
Tell's
like-
there. You'd have to put.
even the
Seinfeld's
newer
really high.
guys, sure, yeah, but
Tim
like
Dillon crushing it. you know?
going even back, like Rodney Dangerfield, Long Island, Lenny Bruce, Long Island, Eddie Murphy, Long
yeah.
Island. Who else? I'm missing like a ton of them right now. But yeah, I mean,
lot.
all Kevin James and Rosie O'Donnell
yeah.
and Amy Schumer. I'm not a huge Amy Schumer fan, but for the
Yeah, I don't hate her. Don't love her. This Long Island comedian walked on Sesame Street.
who is or what is John Butera?
What is?
What is John Butera? I don't know. I don't want to assume his gender because we're living in tough times now.
Yep.
And you do that, and then all of a sudden you're in hot water.
Your second podcast.
You're in the cancel car.
Rob gets canceled.
Famous comedian. I was looking up famous comedians from Long Island. Chris Roach pops up.
Ah,
Chris
good.
Roach.
Nice
Yeah.
guy.
Who?
What?
What's Chris Roach? What is that?
I
Is
don't
that,
know.
is
Never
that a
heard.
product? Can I buy that? What is a Chris Roach? I like Chris.
I like him too.
Chris is a good comic because he comes and hangs with everyone. Like some of the comedians that have gotten some cool stuff and bigger spots and rose up in the game, they won't come out. But like we have this one open mic, and Chris goes to it all the time.
Cool.
And he goes up and does time, and it's like and you're like, wow, why wouldn't you just go to like cool places? And it's like because we're cool. That's what he says.
Yeah, nice guy. Like I've been doing it less than 3 years. I don't think I'll go mediocre. I'll put that as my thing. I know I don't have that like delusion of like, oh dude, I'm fucking great. I could do 45 minutes where most of these people can't. But like I hosted a show and he was the headliner and I did a pretty okay job. Then got a message from him like that night, like, hey man, nice working with you, good job. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that meant a lot.
sweet.
I didn't have to do that. Nice fella.
He came over to my house this morning and he mowed my lawn for me. Actually, he did. And I didn't even tip him. That's weird. I went out there and complained. Actually, it's like, unbelievable. He made me a nice. He made me an omelet.
Wow, what a guy.
Yeah. Not true at all. But
Yeah. I was out of town the other day. My grandmother called me. She's like, "Can you take out the trash?" I said, "I can't." She's like, "Oh, this 6'8" man is in. He got it." I was like, "Oh, okay." And that man was Chris Roach.
Chris Roach
Wow.
takes out the trash for his grandmother, and that's it. That's how it goes. Yeah.
Jim Brewer.
Yes.
Jim Brewer. How do we forget Jim Brewer?
I want to say no, not Valley Stream. I think that's
It's
where it's
like
from.
even older
Yeah.
comics, like
Yeah.
Alan King is a Long Island
Yeah.
comic.
Andy Kaufman.
And, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm thinking Andy Kaufman. No, right there. You think about that. You got Rodney, Lenny Bruce, Andy Kaufman.
Billy Crystal.
You could technically say because
I thought
Brooklyn,
he was a queen.
Brooklyn
Oh, he's
is a
Brooklyn.
part
He's
of Long
Brooklyn.
Island,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Brooklyn is a part of Long Island, so therefore I feel like you can say Carlin.
Judd Apatow.
People say you can't say Carlin though because he's from Brooklyn, and I go, last time I checked, this island that is long encompasses Brooklyn.
Apatow. Fran Drescher. Ray Romano.
Oh, Ray
Yeah.
Romano, yeah. How did I fit Ray Romano?
Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
And that's because of where we are. Our proximity to the city allows people to travel to it and get their popularity across the board there. But it also is, we're in such a place that there's farm country out here. There's, there's wineries, there's beaches, there's suburbia, there's a little bit of everything. So people are a little more diverse, I think, out here from doing comedy
That's true.
than they would be if they were just in Queens and
Yeah.
and Manhattan.
Kind of the same thing every day. Same map. Like, you got 20 minutes out east. You got something else. You go 20 minutes up north. There's something.
And I feel too, like from doing comedy back and forth in the city and out here, I see a lot more city comics bomb out on Long Island than I see Long Island comics bomb in the city.
I bombed every single time I went in the city. Huge.
Really?
Yep. I'm not like energetic. It's just not working. I'm anxiety riddled. Just doesn't translate well.
That's just weird. I'm surprised. Like,
I don't know.
I feel like the audiences in the city are not as hard as Long Island audiences.
Yeah.
Like an audience out here is just, I don't know, something about it is harder. I don't know.
I don't know. But hey, out here we got wineries. I don't know if you ever go wine drinking in the day. Holy Lord.
Oh, you did that?
Oh, man.
You did that amazing trip?
Get a little shuttle bus going, a few of the buddies, hitting a bunch of wineries, and you're blackout drunk by 3 p.m.
It is tough.
It's something, dude.
Like, and I'll go out and hit the wineries. We did it not that long ago with my my wife and my brother and sister-in-law. We went out there, but there's a couple of cool little bars and stuff out there that I know, little dive bars and shit that I like to hit as well.
Nice.
So we were doing that. Plus we were hitting there's LIV out here, which is like a distillery place. It's got like this, you know, rums and shit and whiskeys, and I'm like, So yeah, I was a little bit
little banged up.
Yeah, just a little bit. You need that every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know?
Nice fun
Get
day.
yourself going.
Take a nice nap by 6 p.m.
A couple of cocktails, you know.
Best.
Nah, fuck that. You gotta burn it all night long. You gotta get home and go out to another dive bar. Or...
That's my weekends. Like I could drink beer for 14 hours, no problem. Wine, I don't know what it is. After a few hours,
I always have to switch it up. I always have to bring some kind of there's always got to be some kind of like whiskey involved, you know. I just can't go full on. That's all we're doing is beer, you know.
Need a little bit of Jameson.
What's your go-to beer though?
Man, lately it's boring. It's been Miller Lite.
Yeah, it is boring.
So the sports bar I've been drinking here for 15 years. I did my engagement party here because I had to. You go in there on Sundays for like football and they're like, hey, I'll get a Blue Moon. Like, all right, got it. And then you're handed a Miller Lite. It was a 75-year-old man. He only works Sundays, nice dude. But he was just giving you Miller Lite, Miller Lite, Miller Lite, and then eventually I grew to love it.
Is that what his thing is, or is it
I think he was about to retire, and he's like, all right, you're getting this.
He's like, it's over, you know.
Yeah.
I did my time. I don't have to go trying to figure out, you know, hard iced tea you want to drink.
Other than that, I like a nice, like, red ale. Like a Killian's is.
I always like Killian's too. Killian's isn't. It's made by Budweiser, I believe, though.
I think so.
It's made by like the Budweiser Corporation or Coors or Miller Life or something like that.
I'd have to
Miller Life. That's not a beer. It's not even a beer. I just made one up. Miller Life.
What else? I've been on a big like Mexican beer kick, like your Pacificos and Modelo's.
I always liked Dos Equis. I thought that was good.
I just had a Dos Equis.
But everyone's like, what are you laughing at?
Well, you said it.
Why? Dos Equis?
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis?
Yeah.
Dos Equis?
2 keys.
Which is right. Which is the way to say it, Chris.
Dos Equis.
I would say Doi Suckies. Hey, give me them fucking Doi Suckies. Hey, fucking Do Sucky. Do Sucky, huh? Whatever, it's a fucking beer, okay? You can say it whatever you want, right? You know that one that Polish beer with the X's and shit? It was like Zyvek or some shit. Zivix. Oh, that's the worst. You can never say that. If you ever happen to be around a bunch of Polacks and you're like, I'm thirsty. And they're like, pronounce this beer. And you're like, well, I might as well just fucking...
Drinking a pierogi at this point.
Yeah, ooh, a nice canned pierogi. Distilled, frozen pierogi.
Dos Equis worked though, because the ad campaign crushed it. Most interesting man in the world. That was there.
Was that there?
That was theirs. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a really good ad.
So like, right before that, me and 3 of my buddies went down to Cancun. So you're staying out at the resort, just drinking whatever beer they have. That's the only beer they had. Never heard of Dos Equis. We
Really?
loved it. We came back here, couldn't find it. The next year, if they blow up with
oh, that's so random.
commercial. So I think it's a good beer, but I also have the nostalgia.
Yeah, I get that too. I'll definitely drink things because somebody drank it back in the day, kind of thing, you know.
Rolling Rock is a good nostalgia drunk.
Oh, like local stuff and upstate stuff, like Genesee Ale, Jenny Cream Ale. Like, what is Jenny Cream Ale? Like, it's amazing. I don't know what is in it, but it's good.
It's Jenny's cream.
It's Jenny's, it's just old, it's stunt cum, basically, back to that again. It's just, that's what they do. We're almost done.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, this went pretty good.
Hell yeah. I like it. Feels good so far.
It's, it's got like a good little blue-gray to it, so it's not just, all white, it's lonesome there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what color is a seal? It's like blackish, grayish.
Or they could be brown.
Yeah, it could be a brown seal. Brown seal.
Yeah.
Brown-eyed seal. That was an old ditty from back in the day. I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Just a brown-eyed seal.
You guys will be angry about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's writing your jokes now that he's not around?
Oh, God. I had to go back to Rich Walker.
Oh my God! So that's why you're not doing well.
Yeah, that's.
No, I like Rich. That's
a good guy.
Fucking rude.
So I have the James piece here, and then hopefully in 40 years I get the Rich Walker piece on my.
What are you gonna put for Rich Walker?
Oh God.
Just a chapstick. just a chapstick on one side and an empty little cap on the other. I like. Rich Walker has this one joke.
Get a candy cane.
Oh, candy cane. He's got this one joke though, and I always remind him of it because it's so funny. He used about I wanted to open up an MRI place with his old Italian mother. I'm butchering the joke, I know I am. He's going to open up an MRI place with his old Italian mother, and they were going to call it like Mama Mammography. I don't know. It's good. It's good when he does it.
Yes.
It gets more laughs than what I just did. Because, Hey, guess what? Guess who's done tattooing? We are.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, I like him. He's cool with a little bluish gray color to him, which will settle in, soften in, and it will look just swell. But in the meantime, we should probably,
Just sign off, and then we take the tattoo.
All right. Well, sign off, and then I'll let him take a look at it. Yeah. Cool. All right, folks. Well, so concludes another episode of Who the F is Rob White with my guest Pat Dunn right here. Pat, do you have any last words or websites or things you'd like to plug?
My Instagram is on my hat here. Dunnzig. That's DUNNZIG. You can follow me on the Instagram. I post all my stuff there, and yes, it's a reference to Glenn Danzig because that's. God, I'm so sad.
Danzig. What, is he gone? Did he die too, Glenn Danzig?
No, he's alive and kicking.
I know.
It's just when your guy is Danzig.
Yeah, I know.
I need a new guy.
Mother, tell your children not to something. Yeah, that's a horrible ending.
Let's do that again.
Horrible ending. Let's do all of that again.
Can you move that up a little?
I could definitely figure it out with a razor blade. Well, folks, so ends another episode of Who the F is Rob White. My guest, Mr. Pat Dunn. Pat, tell him something. Tell him about your website and all that kind of stuff, whatever.
You can find me on the Instagram. My thing is Dunnzig, DUNNIZ. I also do not make my own merch. This was brought to me by James, actually.
No, you gotta do that again because you just
spelled your name wrong.
You were like Dunnzig, DUNNIZ. Dun. You're Dunnzig.
Wait. DUNN? Oh yeah, I missed it.
Yeah.
All right.
It was. I caught it and I just had to like.
Thank you.
I'm
not even gonna point at it.
Like a goof, but like fucking Dunnies, gay. All right, folks. Well, so ends another exciting and thrilling episode of Who the F is Rob White with my guest Pat Dunn. Pat Dunn, tell him about your Instagram.
Hey, I have an Instagram. It's my last name, Dunn, DUNN, and then the name Zig. I wanted to break him. Yeah. It's on the hat. I'm leaving that in. It's a reference to Danzig. Give it a listen.
Can we chop edit that or should we do it one more time?
I'm gonna spell it across the screen.
Oh.
Just do a blooper reel.
Even he doesn't know his Instagram or Graham. We've only had a few of these beers. I swear to God. It's gonna be okay.
Ready? Last time.
All right, folks. Thank you again for tuning in to yet another episode of Who the F is Rob White with my guest, Mr. Pat Dunn. Pat, tell him your Instagram.
Hey, I have an Instagram. It's Dunzig. You can find it. You'll know how to spell it. You got it. If you like Glenn Danzig and you like my last name, you mush them together, and there you go.
That's Dunzig, right?
That is Dunzig.
That is Dunzig.
Oh, boy.
Well, thank you for letting me tattoo this on you here for James.
I appreciate
cool
it.
Little tribute with a good little joke and such.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, please like, share, subscribe, and write comments. Do what you got to do. And also check out rotgut.shop, where we have merch. Rotgut.shop for all your Who the F is Rob White and Millennial Stoner needs. Thank you guys very much, and see you on the next podcast.